Hey everyone, it's Tony here with Nerds Never Sleep, and it is time again for another weekly roundup. That's right, this is the time of the week where I bring you in, show you all the statues, figures, and collectibles that I highlighted on the channel over the last week using things like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikToks, and photo galleries across multiple social platforms. So, this week was kind of a disaster of a week for me on the content creation side, and I'll get into that at the end. But as usual, I'm going to just dive right into things and talk about all the pieces this week. I am a figure short, as I have been pretty much every week. As I said in the previous video, I'm going to probably averaging around 5 figures a week now instead of the usual 6, just because I need an extra day for the extra recording that I'm going to be doing. So this week, I did not do a Miku Monday or a My Hero Monday. I know it's embarrassing, but I did have a beauty for Twin Tuesday with this adorable devil cosplay ROM. Now, this is part of the Benpresto Espresso line. It's called the Clear and Dressy Devil ROM. Now, this is the companion piece to last week's Angel Rem. Now, I absolutely love the duo of these two. I think the outfits or the dresses came out phenomenal. The actual clear material that they used for them looks great. The poses are cool, and I like how when you put them together, their hands actually do kind of combine. And it's just a cool feature to have when you have the companion pieces. Now, for Waifu Wednesday, I went with a nice little gem, another one by Kotobukiya in their Bishoujo line. This is another kind of one-off thing with Agent G from Men in Black. Now, I used to love the original Men in Black movie. I thought it was really great with Will Smith. And this really kind of does the series itself justice. She's got the time travel device. She's got the mind wipe device. She's rocking the glasses. They're kind of off-centered so she can give a little wink. We got the suit and tie, obviously. We got a little alien here coming up out of the ground. I'm not sure why it doesn't come out of the sewer grate itself, but it still is an amazingly underrated piece that was slept on by a lot of people. Every time I post her and Lucy from the Ghostbusters, I get tons of people asking me, where can I get this? And again, these are older Kotobukiya Bishoujos. These are kind of the precursor to the horror line. So I still affiliate them with the horror line, but to each their own. Now, for that time I got reincarnated Thursday, I went with my boy, the Tempest Wolf Ranga, and this is one of my favorites of him to date, although it is a pain in the butt to photograph and stuff because of the way his head is angled upwards. So this is part of the Benpresto Extreme line, and I absolutely love this one. I love how he's got all the electric effects going off of him. He's in a really cool dynamic pose. They didn't even put a base on him, which I can really appreciate, because the other one, he's just kind of standing straight, looking really awkward, and it's just on this big giant base with these little skinny legs on him. This thing is where you want to go if you want to get a Ranga prize figure. He is absolutely dynamic. I love it. And because he has no base, he can literally just plop on with everybody kind of however you want in your display. Absolutely great piece. Highly recommend him, and you can get him on the cheap right now. Now for Figure Friday, just like with last week's Friday, where I went with Friday the 13th, this Friday I'm going to Nightmare on Elm Street with the companion piece to the Jason Voorhees Bishoujo in the Freddy Krueger Bishoujo by Kotobukiya. Now again, this is, just like Jason, the first print of this, where they did not sit very well on these bases because of the very thin metal strip they had. So the way I found for a solution with this one is to flip the base upside down. Now, obviously, it doesn't look like a pool of blood anymore. It's got a metal strip, but because of the raised edge, her feet stay perfectly well, and she is balanced and doesn't fall as much as she does when the base is flipped over the regular way. So again, I do recommend checking out the second version of this one, not paying the extra money for the version 1, the first printing, because she doesn't really display very well. A slight breeze will knock her over, and very big design flaw on Kotobukiya's part, which they did rectify in the second printing of them. But again, for those of us who were early adopters, we got screwed. So I do highly recommend her. Again, she is kind of the thing that just spurred off and just ignited this whole horror line of Bishoujo for Kotobukiya. I know Jason was a part of that as well, but we do see so many cosplay girls, especially this time of year with Halloween, dressed in this exact outfit. So it has kind of started things off, and it did create an amazing horror Bishoujo line from Kotobukiya. So don't sleep on these. Don't sleep on the entire line. It's phenomenal. And to end the week, I actually did a Saturday video this week, but because of my recording issues, it did not come out right. So it is going to be posted very late. But it's not exactly Halloween themed. It's not really spooky themed, but it is a half-naked man wearing a boar's head mask, running around with 2 swords. So it kind of has that little Halloween-y vibe to it. Of course, I'm talking about my boy Inosuke from Demon Slayer, the only character I give a damn about in that whole series. I know, hate me all you guys want. He's the only character I like. But this is a base prize figure from Sega, and as you can see, he's pretty damn big. I do like they made these prize figures in a large scale. He's got some weight to him, because most companies definitely have been skimping on the size of the prize figures lately. So I can appreciate when you have a $20 figure and it's this big. Awesome figure, great pose, great details. The sculpt came out phenomenal. Even all of his swords, the details in his swords are there. No sloppy print. I absolutely love it. Highly recommend it. And of course, Inosuke is best boy. And that's really going to be it for the figures I highlighted this week. Now, I always go and I give you my picks of the week. So I go with a higher end and I go with a lower end piece. This week, I had, again, 2 higher ends with the 2 Kotobukiya ladies. So, as much as Freddy Krueger is a fan favorite, I have got to give my pick this week to Agent G from Men in Black. Mostly because this first printing was so poorly done with the base and everything else. Because as I said, her heels are so small, her magnets are so small, that she is not very well balanced. Why they couldn't have made Freddy and Jason just on stable bases, like all the other Bishoujos, I have no idea. It was something new they were trying, and it did not work. Obviously, because they went and redid those. This, solid base, little bit of details, got the cool little alien tentacle coming out, fire hydrant, lots of details from the movies in it. And she even, which, embarrassingly enough, I just realized today, she actually has a swap out arm with the gun from the movie. And embarrassingly enough, I've had this since the day it came out, and I never realized it. I just noticed it in her box today when I was putting all the boxes away. And so she does have an interchangeable arm. So pretty cool. Did not realize that, and I feel dumb as hell for not noticing. But she's going to be my high-end pick of the week. And as far as my low-end pick of the week, it's a tough choice because Rom is beautiful. The Inosuke is really impressive. And Ranga is just, it's Ranga. So I think I'm going to have to give it to the puppy with Ranga. Because honestly, I think I really just love what Ben Presso did with this one. And I appreciate that he doesn't need a base. And it's just very well put together. The details are fantastic on him. The tuft fur, everything about it looks great. And again, he's just a really, really cool piece. So those are going to be my picks of the week. Obviously, guys, you can't go wrong with any of these. But let me know what your pick was in the comments down below. And now to the boring part of the weekly roundup, of course, which is the page updates. Now, I know a lot of you that watch these don't even get this far in the video, and that's fine. But this week was kind of a disaster. I had very big issues with my recordings and my videos. I thought it was my editing program because I downloaded a new program to use. Thought it was that. Went back in, listened to my audio, my files, and the audio was not happening right. So I did have several videos I wanted to put out this week, but I thought it ended up being my actual microphone. Turns out it was the cable for my microphone. That was, I don't know what was wrong with it, but I replaced the cable and it seems like everything's okay now. So fingers crossed. I do have a new mic coming, but it's not here yet. So the only unboxing I got to do was a Hatsune Miku kitty cat prize figure. And kind of sucks because I had 3 or 4 planned for the week. And because of my recording issues, I did not get to any of them. But I will be posting a couple of them this week. So we already did one with Toge from Jujutsu Kaisen. So check that one out. And I've got a couple others to do this week as well. Obviously, we're going into Halloween, and because of my recording issues, I did not get the Sideshow collectibles pieces unboxed that I wanted to, but those will be coming as well. And I've been doing a ton of Metaphor ReFantazio live streaming, so if you haven't already checked the game out, come in, hang out, chat with me. It's been such a blast. The game is so damn good. I say it every week. Play the game, download the demo, and it's just peak Atlas. But that's going to be it for the channel updates, the figure roundup, and the weekly roundup. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, do me a solid. Click the like, the subscribe, the share buttons, spread the nerdiness, follow on all the socials. The links are down in the description below. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.